Hi everyone, I'm Dark-Minded Sith. Welcome to episode 8, I believe, of Let's Play Banjo-Tooie. This is a brand new recording session. Finally sitting down to record again. Back to pecking things with beaks and collecting the honey that they leave. This is why I do what I do. Alright, so, backtracking, meet my audience. Audience, backtracking. Shake hands, get to know each other, become good friends. If backtracking seems a little irritating, learn to live with them, because we are going to be very acquainted in this project, and you two are going to have to learn to get along. Because this project is going to consist of a lot of backtracking. And we're going to go ahead and kick that off this video. So, in this video we're going to be, well, backtracking. Heading back to Spiral Mtn and a couple of previous areas, and taking care of a couple of things that we could not do before, which is going to play a big role in this game. A big part of this game is taking new moves and going back and doing things with those new moves. And in this case, it is an extraordinary move that we learned, known as the grip grab, which allows us to grab onto ledges like that. So in this video, we're going to be heading back to some old frontiers and accessing some new frontiers with our claws, now that we can do that. So first and foremost is here behind the waterfall, here in our humble home of Spiral Mtn. That's right, they always put something behind the waterfall. It wouldn't lead to nothing. It wouldn't tease us like that. There is, in fact, a little something back here. But we couldn't quite access it before, but now that Banjo has the ability to hold on for dear life with his paws, we can access this little back area, this little tunnel behind the waterfall. And if we head through here, let's see what we can find. It is a cartridge of 64 bits with eyeballs. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I see a Nintendo 64 cartridge walking around with eyeballs, my instinct is to catch it. Oh, we killed it. Oops. And it left us a product of breakfast with question marks. This is why I do what I do, for collecting things like this. Alright, so we've got a question mark egg. What on earth does that do? Even jam jars didn't have the answer for that. I guess we'll find out pretty soon. So let's head on to other areas. Not quite done backtracking. Got quite a bit to do, so that's going to about do it for Spiral Mtn. Although I do want to show off a little something right down here, because I don't think I showed this before. I just want to establish this area. If you look down here, you'll see a little something with only Kazooie's happy face on it. What on earth does that do, and what could it mean? And why on earth would Kazooie have anything that only consists of her and her only? Banjo and Kazooie work as a team. Separation is not an option. I guess we'll have to find out a little later. So let's go back to the wonderful Isle of Hags. And let's take care of some more backtracking. Another bit of backtracking is right here in the humble Gingo Village. This could be easily overlooked, so you want to make sure to take care of this. If you look on the red Gingo house, they've got a little something on their roof. It's not a chimney, or a big hole from a storm. It is a treble cleft. That's right, one of the notes, or the treble cleft, is located here, because we do in fact collect notes here in Isle of Hags. Sometimes I don't get the angle of this quite right, but we can do our grip grab, and if we can get the jump right, we can, there we go. We can get on top of the roof. Don't even need a ladder, it's that simple. But then again, the Gingos are pretty small. But then again, Banjo easily gets on his roof, too. I guess either Banjo is relatively tall, or houses are relatively small in the Banjo-Kazooie universe. Or both. Out of my way, man. Okay, so we got, once again, another area to access. This little area over on the side here. Of course, you want to look out for these things. These things will probably hurt me at least once in the Let's Play. They actually did in Mayhem Temple, but that's because I was looking down at the time and wasn't paying attention. But there will come a time where I'll probably get hit by them, just based on poor skill, because it happens every playthrough. And in here we have yet another 64-bit cartridge of the N64 days. Okay, I'm gonna be careful not to kill you this time. Come here, you're my... Oh, shucks. This time it left behind a translucent key. What on earth is that? The fabled Banjo-Kazooie ice key. That's right, that is none other than a piece of merchandise-ish from the last game. We all know and remember, we Banjo-Kazooie veterans, the fabled ice key from Freeze's Peak on good old Waz's Cave that you can only access with a stop and swap cheat code that you put in. So it looks like we're getting some Banjo-Kazooie related items. What on earth are their purposes? I guess we'll find out soon, or later. But we will find out what one of these things does. So now that we've got an egg, we're going to take that egg to the Master of Eggs. That is none other than Mrs. Heggy here. Her house is made of a giant egg, so clearly she must have some knowledge of what these things do. What's up, Fatso? Yeah, you told us your name already. She's just really proud of it. That's right, we got a special egg. So, she's going to crack it open and make us a nice omelet. No, we're gonna just walk over and toss it in there. She has many a nest. She has to cluck every time. I don't want to watch you do that. Yeah, get your fat body over there. This may take 30 years, but nah. And she's gonna sit her enormous obese body on it, and somehow that makes it hatch. And what does that do? Homing eggs. What? Alright, so when we get these eggs, that will give us different cheat codes. So, big obese mama hen here and Cheeto are kind of working as a team. I'd like to see Cheeto and Heggy in their own game together. But Cheeto Heggy with a hyphen between it just... I don't know if it would sell all that well. Which doesn't really tickle the fancy in a marketing sense. Introducing Cheeto Heggy, where a book teams up with a fat hen. It's Banjo-Kazooie, but I don't know. I don't know if I'd buy that game, but... Alright, so... Hello, Mayhem Temple. Miss us? Well, we're right back here again. But we're not going to be here very long. We're just going to go ahead and activate this code right quick. And you have these little areas, these stairs. I can never remember which one the code chamber's at. I always end up going to the wrong one, the wrong area. So Mayhem Temple, I believe, will be the world that we'll visit the most out of all the worlds, because this is where the treasure chamber is located. So it's much like Treasure Trove Cove in the first game. So we're going to stand on the podium here, and Cheeto's going to assume my role and tell us what to do. So the putting in the cheats works a little differently in this game than it did in the first game. You just have to shoot the letter and put in the code. So the word we got was homing, so we're just going to put in the word homing. Oops, I almost hit the D there. Sometimes the sensitivity can be a little eh. Thankfully they put the ing right there. And there we go. So, now that we've put in the code, we can go activate it. And yeah, it makes us home on baddies. And by the way, to exit out of here, you push the top C button. I remember, like, there's been a couple of times where I've played the game and I couldn't figure out, like, how do you get out of the cheat area? You actually push top C, oddly enough. So this is going to be a list of all our cheats that we get, and we have the option of turning it off and on. I'm going to go ahead and just activate the homing eggs. I can't really think at the top of my head of how helpful that really is. If you're not familiar with homing, it basically makes it to where our ammo will home in on the opponent, and like, it makes it to where we can hit our enemies easier with our ammo. But I can't think of the top of my head if it's really that helpful. I don't even know. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I would be able to go through the game just fine without it. We'll go ahead and just put it in there. Some of the cheats we get later, as I've talked about before, I'm gonna put them in, but I'm not gonna be using them because it'll make the game way too easy. It'll really feel like cheating, whereas some of these don't really feel like cheating. They feel more like just upgrades. Alright, so that about does it for the backtracking that I can gather. The next thing that we're going to do is go back to Jiggy Wiggy's temple and open up World 2. Do we have the right credentials to get past Jiggy Wiggy Bite Size? It looks like it. We only need 4 Jiggies to go back in. So yeah, you could have come here after having 4 Jiggies and opened up the next world, but I was 100%ing and all that good stuff, so... Now there's something to keep in mind about this coming up. Well, I'll go ahead and just do this first. Alright, so... the little thing I was saying there, just hold that thought, and we'll get back to that in a second here. Alright, so... we've, what? Oh. Oh, right there, okay. You have to pardon me, I'm gonna make excuses here, but I'm kind of sitting in an area where the lighting on my TV's kind of so I couldn't quite see some of that, but I'm seeing a little bit better now. Pardon me. I'm just the queen of excuses, I know. But, hey, I finished it, so... Alright, and this little cutscene we have here, where he says, like, the challenge has been completed, and he opens up the world. I'm gonna go ahead and show that here, but I think from World 3 and on, I'm probably not gonna show it again, this little cutscene right here, because there's no reason to just watch this every single time. I think after seeing this twice, that's probably about enough, and I don't want to be spending a big chunk of video time just watching this same cutscene again, and... I know Jiggy Wiggy's powers are so fascinating, but I think twice is enough. I mean, face it, he's opening a door, pretty much. We could probably kick some of this down if we really wanted to. I don't even think we really need his help. So, it gives us a glimpse of the next area. He's gonna open up the next world. Come on, bars, wow. I mean, jeez, I could have taken a blowtorch to that thing. Yeah, you're so incredible, dude. Alright, so that opens up World 2. Now, this is really important. You want to be sure to open up your ears and pay attention here. As you can see here, I have enough Jiggies to open up the next world. And if you're playing this game at home, wherever you're playing it, you're welcome to open up all the worlds that you are able to open up, whatever time you want to. As long as you have enough Jiggies, you can open them up. I'm actually not going to do that with the Let's Play, because I don't want to be spending a bunch of video time in one video just opening up worlds and putting in puzzle pieces and all that. If I'm opening up like 3 worlds in a row, or something like that, it's gonna take like 4 minutes in the video or something like that, and I could easily just open these up later, so I'm not gonna open them up all at once like that. So I just wanted to make that clear before you later on in the Let's Play where you're asking, like, why don't you just go ahead and open up all the worlds? Yeah, if you're playing this on your own, it's probably convenient to do that, but for the sake of a Let's Play and videos and entertainment, I'm just going to do it later, because, I mean, it's really not going to make much of a difference. I would just rather open up each world one at a time, and only spend a little bit of the video opening up a world, rather than opening up like 3 in a row. That's just gonna not be very interesting. So, just want to put that out there, because I feel like people might ask about that a bunch later on when I do that, but I might mention it again. So, we're in a new area, and looks like we've got a new Jam Jars move. Whoa-ho-ho! Fire eggs! This introduces a really cool part of this game. That's right, we've got different type of ammo, other than just the boring blue eggs that just splatter in people's faces. We now have the ability to burn things, so that introduces a really cool part of this game. That's one thing that really stands out in this game when I think about it, is just all the new features it has. I mean, it took something that was so small in the first game, and it just did so much more with it. So now, as you can see, we've got some new ammo. We can press R to switch around to the different eggs. And we have two types of eggs. We've got the regular ammo, which just hits enemies, and then we've got now the fire eggs, which can burn things. Wow, that seems painful. It almost seems cruel to be using that, but... Well, Kazooie has taken all the abuse all this time, so I'm sure she can handle it at this point. Alright, so we got a couple notes here. You want to be on the lookout for these, because these can be easily overlooked. And back here, we've got an extra honeycomb piece. And right here is a big beehive thing, so looks like we got another location here. And just to make the cutscene all ridiculous, I'm going to walk in with the Talon Trot. I don't know why, that just looks hilarious to me. Just Kazooie walking in with Banjo. It's just cool to me how the game remembers that. It doesn't cancel the Talon Trot. So we have a new character, Honey Bee. Not sure what the B stands for. Probably some kind of bee pun, like Beatrix or something like that. So good old Honey Bee is going to serve as the honeycomb upgrader in this game. In Banjo-Kazooie, when we got 6 extra honeycomb pieces, we automatically got an additional honey piece to our health. But this time, we're going to go around and gather honeycomb pieces and turn them into her. And every time we get the amount she asked for, she'll give us an extra bit to our health. And this time, we have enough for 2, so... It gives you this option here, but I don't know why... I mean, I guess it's fine to have the option, but... I can't think of any reason why a person would say no to that. I mean, even if they were going for like a honey run where they don't get any upgrades, they would just like not walk in here, I guess. But alright, so there we go. We have increased our health, just like the heart containers in Zelda. Man, this whole thing's made of honey. It's gotta be really sticky to step on this. I feel like that would just build up over time. Like, there's probably like pieces of hair stuck in this thing. Alright, I better move on before my thoughts get a little too crazy. As you can see there, we need 5 next time, and that's going to gradually increase as the game progresses. So next time we get 5 extra honeycomb pieces, we will come back in and get another addition to our health. Here are Gingo around here, but it's unfortunately under this rock. It's gotta be painful. But then again, Grunty survived after 2 years not eating and everything, so... But then again, she was a witch, so who knows. I wonder if when we get that Gingo, it'll be an extraordinary rare Gingo with its skeleton showing and everything. Okay, anyway. So now we got this gate right here. We could go on to World 2, but I want to access this little area. Oh, you have to... Ow! Crap, that startled me. I wasn't expecting that. So we can shoot that switch with our brand new fire eggs here. That opens the gate, because, you know, the cutscene has to show that. I'm so glad it showed that. You know, I was thinking if we shot the switch above the gate, it would... You know, it would blow up Banjo's house. I'm glad it verified that. So we're going to briefly visit this area. This is our next area of Isle of Hags, the Pine Grove. Got our warp silo. And some notes right here. World 3 is actually located right here, but that'll be a little while from now. And if we go down here, this little log thing. Looks like it was the remains of a ride. Another one of those Kazooie head things. What on earth could that mean? Well, it doesn't look like we can do anything with that quite yet. And up here, if I can get my sense of direction here, we've got yet another new move. And you don't have to get this yet, you can just go on to World 2, but I do recommend getting this now. Alright, so let's see what this could be. We learned grenade eggs. That's right, we are slowly but surely, well not really even slowly, we're just learning to do more things with our eggs, getting all kinds of different ammo. Now we can blow stuff up. So yeah, we're going to be increasing all the different kinds of ammo we can get. Now we have fire eggs and grenade eggs in a matter of like 2 minutes. So to demonstrate... Boom! Yes, awesome. So now we can blow stuff up. So every little boy playing this game, you're in luck. This is none other than Humbawumba's teepee. What on earth could she transform us into that is Isle o' Hags themed? Is she gonna turn us into a little witch or something? We don't have a glow bow, but we'll find out what she needs. Oh, a special spell. Special is a very special word. Special delivery, special edition. But this time we need the Mega Glow Bow. It's real hard to find. Oh, shucks. Actually, it's not. She's lying. We do not have the Mega Glow Bow. Ah, fine. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Humba. That was rude. That was not a way to solve our differences. I'm so sorry. So let's keep our eyes peeled like oranges for the Mega Glow Bow. It'll be a little while before we can get that, but she kind of lied. It's actually not that hard to find. So we're going to take a shortcut to an area that's like 2 feet away from us. And I think that'll about do it for this recording session and all of the backtracking that we need to do and everything. So we've learned a couple of new moves, got a couple of collectibles that we went back and got. And it looks to me like we're about ready to start the next world, so before I get rid of this guy. Sorry, man, but I know you're going to swoop down in a minute. Alright, so next video, next recording session, I will head on into World 2. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later, alligators.